Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new hardware unboxing. Today with a bit of a different setup. There's no second camera, but we do have a Christmas tree all kitted out and with RGB lighting. Christmas trees had RGB lighting before it was cool, you know that, right? Like, this is the original hipster RGB setup. The Christmas lights you would put in your tree. It's a small plastic tree, but it's a festive time of years. And today we have a brand new mouse to unbox. This is the Havit HV-MS735. It's written on the back. It's kind of a hard thing to remember. It's part of the Magic Eagle series. I just got this today from Havit, and the camera is still trying to autofocus. Come on, camera. You can do it. Come on, good camera. I just got it today from the people at Havit. I'd like to thank them very much because they're letting me review this and keep it as well. So that's something that's going to be quite useful for me, because I always wanted to have one of my own mice with the fangle amount of buttons on the side, because this is one of those mice with a large amount of buttons on the side. Let's take a look at the boxing a bit. And I did actually unbox it earlier, but I put it back. I was very enthusiastic. I was just talking with Raul and Corey over Discord, and suddenly realized that, I took the mouse out of the box. I should put it back to make the show and then unbox it again. So this is a programmable gaming mouse. It's got 12 macro keys, as is written right here, with lasting blue lighting. Does that mean that the LEDs won't blow up? Maybe. Can be adjusted according to your own personal preference. Can be reprogrammed via driver. So it does have a software thing. Havit usually doesn't have quite a lot of software things for their devices. The keyboard I reviewed last month did not come with a software suite, but one was in development. Also, other features that this thing has is 7 DPI levels. It's got a USB connection, LED light, high sensitivity, and plug and play. One thing that you may notice that if you're a fan of first-person shooters, like if you're playing first-person shooters a lot, this may not be a mouse for you, because it says so right here. It only goes up to 500 Hertz DPI polling. No, polling, not DPI, just 500 Hertz polling rate, which may not be enough for some people. Like if you're playing Counter-Strike and you really need like the absolute micrometer type of millisecond efficiency when you're doing no-scope headshots or scoped headshots most likely, then it's probably best that you have a 1000 Hertz polling rate thing. So let's take it out of the box. All the Havit boxes seem to have the sleeve design, which is very nice. I'm gonna put this here. Enjoy what I have. Well, I have it now too, and there's the logo on the back. Let's pop this open again. Let's see what was the latch here. And bam. Inside we have this yellow cardboard thing that holds the cable. The thanks for choosing Havit logo there. And this small little tiny itsy bitsy foamy thing that's doesn't really protect much, but it's there to, I don't know, keep the lid from caving in on it maybe. And inside we have the mouse itself. You can see it right here. Let's take it out, and took this out easier last time, I think. Okay, I'm gonna put the mouse aside because we have other things in the box first to talk about. Oh, we have a driver CD. Oh, remember driver CDs? Man, I should really have a maybe a USB CD drive to put them in. They also come with this, with the thumbs down and I like it thing that the keyboard had. A driver CD that you can maybe I can bounce a laser off it now and you can read it through the camera. Maybe, who knows? It's important that you just keep this around just in case something. I'm probably gonna find out on the internet anyway. And now we have these two. One is in German, the other one is not in German. So we have that. Like this entire booklet, like this big one, it's all in English, and it does detail and it details it in color actually. Like there's color. Okay, this is actually high quality. Like most mice flyers instruction manuals are generally small and black and white, but this is actually card. They put effort into this. Like this is costly. Printing something like this in color is not cheap. Like I really appreciate this. Like, it's all very, very readable. Like even though it's so small, it's still readable and gives you all the information you would need about how to configure your mouse. Like even if the pages are small, this thing takes takes up quite a lot of ink. So it's very appreciated they actually did this. So I'm gonna have to download the software absolutely to be able to use this this mouse properly. So now let's take a look at the mouse. Oh, USB report rate there. It's yeah, it goes all the way up to 2 milliseconds, and it doesn't go to 1000 Hertz, which is 1 millisecond. Okay, so let's put this aside. Hopefully I don't knock over the tree, and reveal the mouse itself, and voila, this is it. I'm gonna try to center it because I'm gonna have a different camera set right now. Well, see, this is what I've been waiting for to have. See, this configuration. There's 3 rows of buttons, and when you press them, they feel like they have quite a lot of resistance to them. Like, these are not buttons you would press by accident. I just hope that they don't have enough resistance to them so that they are hard to push. There's the Magical Eagle logo, of course. And there's the bi-directional DPI switches up and down, and the there is a tilt on the mouse wheel. Now I do believe I have had a mouse with tilt as well. I think it may have been the Mad Catz one. I think that also had tilt in it. I'm curious to see if it's easily to confuse tilt and pressing the button. I guess the mouse gets more used and older and stuff. I'm gonna try to use it in my hand right now. Size-wise, could have been a tiny bit bigger, but in terms of the way the buttons are placed, like the center one is right in the sweet spot, like right on my thumb. It's right where it should be. I can press the lower one easily, the upper one as well. The upper one actually requires a bit, because of the way it's placed, it requires a bit more action, so you can see that when I'm pressing it, my fingers are also moving with it, a bit more than they are when I'm pressing the other ones. The back ones, yeah, these are okay to press, and they do feel like they're distinct enough to the point where I don't believe I'll be able to confuse them. But these ones, okay, this one I can sort of press, and yeah, this is the last row usable. The ones in the back, not so much. Again, if you're playing something slow like an MMO, because this is an MMO gaming mouse, yeah, I believe that all of them can be usable, but since I'm planning on using this for MechWarrior Online, where you have to make split-second decisions on whether you're going to rocket something in the face, you're going to PPC that guy that's right behind you, or you're going to do a 360 and no-scope fly over someone's head and drop on their face with an SMR, they may not be as useful, the ones in the back, I mean. But what's important is that I have at least two rows that I can use pretty much with no issues. What I would have liked is if they had a bit more texture, like this one in the center, well, not the center, but this one does have a ridge next to it, so it does get a bit more, it does give it some identity so you know which one it is. But the rest are not, I kind of wish they had a texture to them, like a bit of a different texture to each of them. I know that may be a bit out of the price bracket of this mouse. I kind of forgot exactly how much this cost. I'm gonna have all the details for you in the proper review, which is gonna be coming out next year, probably near the middle or the end of January. I already got it stained. I should clean it, huh? Should wash my hands better before I pick it up. In terms of shape, like all these buttons have different shapes, so they do have their own identity to them. I just wish it was a bit more tactile instead of just feeling around for their shape. Also, they do have different icons on them. So there's S1, S2, S3, S4, and S5, S6. So they're grouped in a line. So hopefully it'll be useful. One thing to note is that as I've learned in the previous multi-button mouse review, only two of them are actually mapped out in Windows and at the hardware level. The rest are going to have to be used via redistributing them from keyboard shortcuts or other kind of combinations, or putting macros on them, since there's no mouse, 5. Actually, this would be mouse 5. There's no mouse 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. There's going to be a limitation there. Also, one thing I like is that the DPI is visually indicated here. While I do like that some mice will light up differently depending on what DPI you are, this will always give you the proper indication of the level of DPI you are on, so there is no confusion. And that in a split-second decision can be quite useful. which is, again, because it's a MMOs, you may not want to use it in split-second decision kind of scenarios, but I do sort of plan on using it in that kind of scenario. You know, with MechWarrior Online, and maybe Path of Exile. Path of Exile also is, well, it is kind of an MMO, so yeah, that would really that would fit quite well. So I'm gonna see again with the review of this mouse. Oh, the cable, by the way, is braided, and the end of the cord is a bit goldish in tint and color, which is always kind of nice. It's not really that useful or practical, but it's kind of nice. Also, has this anti, what do you call it, interference shield thingy on the edge of it, which I think has a purpose. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm gonna be back with a review in January, and here's the thing. The review may actually not be filmed with this camera. There's a chance that we may actually get a new camera soon. It's not guaranteed, so I'm not gonna say that absolutely guaranteed. Yeah, next review is gonna look 5 times more amazing, but there's a chance. And when I say 5 times more amazing, I actually mean 5 times more amazing. You can do the math. I mean, this is 1080i. What would be 5 times more amazing than that? 4K. Yeah, 4K. Well, I can actually render. Well, I do think I can render 4K on this thing, but it'll be kind of slow. We'll see. We'll do some experiments and see what works. Hopefully, the camera will be available to us, and we won't have to sell a kidney for it. I would sell other organs for it, but I'm kind of short on internal organs since I had to give up one last 2 years ago. But hey, you know, so we'll see what we can do, and hopefully things will work out quite well. Just for once, because, you know, it's kind of time. I mean, with all the things that's been going on, it would be nice for us to have some new hardware to play with that we can actually keep around and use forever and ever, and actually let us improve the quality of our videos. Not that that will actually be important on YouTube to, you know, get better videos out there, since that doesn't matter, but for you people, like, it's not for the YouTube service, it's for you people that watch our videos. It's kind of because of you people we can actually afford to get new things, not because YouTube actually supports us. It does often quite the opposite. So this is going to be the last hardware unboxing of the year. If you're not going to look at any other sort of shows of ours up until then, well, I'm sad and disappointed, and I understand. I mean, they're kind of horrible. So I wish you happy holidays, and have a festive Yuletide, Christmassy kind of Hanukkah, Kwanzaa type thing. Just have a tree like this and fill it up with all sorts of stuff. Look at it, it's so nice, so cute, so little. I couldn't afford a big one, but this one should last me for a couple of years until maybe a cat tries to kill it again. So, goodbye.